Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's interview with a former student. I'm delighted to be joined by one of our great former ambassadors, India. India's going to give us a bit of an insight into all the things that she did at university, her journey to university, and give us a bit of an insight into what she's doing now. So, first of all, I'd like to introduce India. Can you tell us a bit about your background, please?
Hello. So I'm originally from Yorkshire, um, and grown up on a farm, country girl, dancing, things like that. And I'm now working as a trainee journalist after doing English at Leicester.
Brilliant, thanks, India. And so, what made you decide to choose to do English at university?
So English was always my favourite subject at school. And then that just fed into doing English Lit and language at A level. I was in a sixth form, so very small, so going to uni was a big step in that respect. And I always knew I wanted to do journalism from like year 10 or year 9 sort of age, but I wanted to do English as the degree to keep it broader and then specialise in journalism afterwards, whether that was doing a master's or work experience or whatever. So I chose to do English at Leicester. And it was, when I was looking at the unis, it's quite daunting because there's hundreds of them. But priorities that I made were the modules that are on offer, and if you can pick and choose, and if everyone's on the same modules, if it's a campus uni or a city uni, because I kind of wanted living to be separate from uni, and then I also wanted a city nearby. So that was really important for me as well. And then also distance from home. So I don't really get homesick, but I want the option to be able to go home when you need to. So I went home kind of once per term, so every 6 or 7 weeks. But obviously, if you're someone that is wanting to go home every 3 weeks, then you're going to be very poor very quickly if you go to a uni that's 5 hours away. So I kind of set my limit at 3 hours from home. So then it's, like less than £50 on the train. And I eventually ended up driving it as well. So it was flexible in that respect. So yeah, that's how I ended up at Leicester.
Great. And can you tell us a bit about your time at Leicester? What did you go into university accommodation? And tell us a bit about your course as well.
Yeah, so I lived in Oadby, just opposite the gym actually, in first year. So there was like 3 big converted houses, which I loved because you just formed like a really good group within the house, which I then lived with for second and third year as well. I was part of the dance society, so I was vice president for them. I was part of the newspaper society, which was much more relaxed because you could literally write what you want and then just send it in, which has then even helped with my journalism exams that I did, because I could use those published pieces in my portfolio. I was also part of the gym, and then I worked as an ambassador as well, which was really good because I'd always done, like waiting on jobs and barista work, things like that. So it was an added extra to be earning money at uni, but learning lots of different skills. So talking in front of schools, doing big presentations, working on open days, things like that. And it also opened up that I did 2 years of e-mentoring through that as well. So that was online mentoring of A-level students that were doing English as well. So, you're earning extra money, but then also when it got around to doing work experience or job interviews and everything, I had a lot to talk about because I wasn't just going to uni, I was doing lots alongside it. So I get bored very quickly. So because my course was quite low contact hours, it meant that it was very flexible to do different things in and around my studying time. And then I made use of the long holidays as well, because you're not going to get long holidays like that again. So for summer, first year I did Camp America. Second year I did an internship in Loughborough. So I lived at my student house for all of summer, commuting to Loughborough, and did more work experience places as well. That was a real pro with Leicester actually, which I'd never thought of, because it's so central. You have like 5 big cities that you can commute to very easily. So I did a placement in Derby, Loughborough, Leeds as well, and London's so close by too. So it opened up those options, and doing those work experience and that internship not only, you know, earned me money and stuff, but again, it gave me loads to talk about in job interviews. So yeah, I'd say just try and do lots of extra things as well as your degree, because that's what's going to make you stand out when you get to the end and you're doing work, job interviews and everything.
I would definitely agree. And what was the best part of studying English at the university?
There was a module just for Jane Austen, which sold me, to be honest, to begin with. Still to this day, even after studying it, like, it didn't ruin it for me. To have, you know, a group of 12 of us that all picked to do Austen and had a real passion to be there. That was definitely my favourite module. But also, because English is so broad, our dissertations were just like, some of them were about advertising and more marketing side of things and language used in that. I did Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs and looked at him compared to Shakespearean villains. So there's, like, you know, there's your traditional English, and then there's, you know, pushing it into cooler things that you'd never think would link to English as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed that side of it.
That definitely sounds awesome. And then, so obviously you've now graduated from university. Can you tell us a bit about what you've been doing since graduating?
Yeah, so I graduated July 2019 on the hottest day of the year. And then until the end of October 2019, I worked and I travelled to Africa. So that was another bucket list ticked off. Then I did my journalism qualification. So that was via distance learning. So all from home, you get the textbooks sent through and everything comes on a USB. So it was tough, I'm not going to lie, because it was, you know, you're on your own. But it was a quicker way for me to do it, and I was saving money as well doing it that way. And it's basically an accredited thing that you need to become a journalist. So it's called the National Council of Teachers of Journalism. So I did that and did my exams in July 2020, which ended up all being remote, obviously because of COVID. But either way, I still got the exams done, had to do my shorthand, things like that. So did them in July, and then got a job offer in August, so following month, to be a trainee reporter on the South Coast. So I'm in Eastbourne now. I'm absolutely loving it. It's working from home at the moment because of COVID, but I'm absolutely loving the job.
It sounds really exciting, and it's amazing how you've kind of gone from just over a year. You've gone from graduating at the university and now doing your dream job, which you kind of always wanted to do. And how have you found adjusting to working life?
I think it's been probably a bit easier for me because I've gone from studying from home, where I was, you know, I had my desk and then my bed, and I was doing, you know, kind of 9 till 4 days of studying, and then I was going out to work on a night time, evenings and weekends. So it wasn't a very social time at all, but I just knew I needed to get those exams. And then I've come here and I'm working 9 till 5:30 now. Again, desk, bed next to it. So it's kind of, the structure of the day is not much different. But I now have my evenings and weekends, and I just feel very lucky that all that isolated work paid off, and that I enjoy the job as much as I thought I would. I thought 3 weeks in, oh, it must be, you know, the novelty will wear off. But no, I'm, you know, I've done 9 weeks now and I'm absolutely loving it.
That's really great to hear, and we're really pleased to hear that you're doing so well and enjoying life since graduating. But my final thing, if you had one tip for a student applying to university now, what would that one tip be?
In your personal statement, be more than just your what's the word I'm looking for? Subjects. Be more than just, if you're doing 3 A levels, focus on them, but then go further. So I was helping my brother with his, and his is all, he's wanting to do business and marketing. And, you know, that's all well and good, but he then make it, you know, show that you're really interested in the subject by linking to things that you do outside of school or college or whatever you're at. So he then started talking about how brands are using influencers on YouTube and everything, which, you know, I know about, and I'm not that interested in business and marketing. So, you know, just thinking outside of the box a little bit more than just your curriculum, and attach, you know, those extra things that you're interested in, and just let that shine through in your personal statement, because at the end of the day, they're going to read thousands of them. It's, you know, it's like a CV. So just think of it like that. Your CV, you need your bare bones of the subjects that you're doing, but then add everything else on that means that they're going to want you as a person as well as a student. That sounds so easy.
No, that's really great advice. And we always really do recommend that people kind of show off and show how they are someone that's more than just doing their A-level. So that's definitely some great advice. India, thank you so much for joining us this evening and providing us a bit of an insight into your journey to university and beyond, and what you're up to. We really look forward to seeing how you progress and how you carry on as a journalist. We're really excited to see how well you do. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to catching up soon.
Thank you.